So, when last we left the misty streets of Bleakstone, our band of intrepid adventurers, spurred on by a tip from their ally, Noose, tracked the bandit Saladin down to the sewers below the town, aided by the local dwarf clan led by Linda Slateheart, and they journeyed below the depths, facing several threats. Finding Saladin corralling the local few stray undead attempting to find their master, they quickly ambushed, and while they eliminated his guides, a bit of a mental menagerie upon our dear friend Caleb rendered the party at death's door as Saladin fled. Well, and with a big swift action freeing several of Pet Saladin's prisoners from the murky depths of the water, well, we return to find our party battered, bruised, and perhaps a little bit more miffed than they were when they went down into the sewers this morning. So, as you look over the scene, you see the slain undead around you. You see Big holding out a couple of prisoners with bags over their heads from the water. And, most importantly, you see no sign of Saladin. What are you doing, friends?
Well, I am fixing up the wound in my gut after I got shot.
That's a good idea.
Oh man, I wonder how that happened. When did the zombies get guns?
When did that happen? Caleb says, holding a still smoking gun.
Big's leg got fucked up, but...
You're welcome.
Well, I know Saladin was more or less limping out of here, so... I guess we can see if there by chance was a blood trail or something I could follow.
Wait, how exactly did the confrontation with Saladin end?
I blasted him.
And
Blasted
He ran
him.
away.
like through a tunnel or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kept running.
Go deeper in the sewers.
Did you get another body part?
I don't think so.
Can we just real quick just check the, what was it, 2 people that are still alive?
Yeah, the 2 prisoners that Saladin had been leading along. There are 2 of them sort of kneeling on their knees as they've been hauled out of the water. One seems like a oddly reptilian fellow, a bit short and stout, and the other one seems to be a woman who has bluish tinged skin.
What a weird twist it'd be if it was fucking Bright Eyes. It's like, ma'am, what are you doing down here, and how?
Wait, so what are the prisoners again?
fairly short and stout, reptilian-looking man. He has a bag over his head. You can kind of see hard armor plates on him.
Yeah.
And the other one is a woman with what seems to be bluish-tinged skin.
Is there any signifiers on the armor?
It's not real armor, it's just like scales, like natural armor.
Cool, I'm gonna remove the bag and medicine check him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your medicine check.
11.
Yeah, you pull the bag off of his face and see that he's a bit bruised. He has like a black eye. You get a good look and you see a very long, hooked bill on his face, along with two eyes sort of set on either side of his head. And yeah, you recognize this man as a turtle.
Okay.
Dear God.
Hello there. I suppose I have you to thank for fishing us out of the water.
No, I was busy fighting.
Who was it then?
Let's see if Rallis even knows. Because Rallis was pretty focused that entire time. Intelligence is not bad, I believe. Yeah, so, Rallis is going to look over at Big. I believe it was that one.
Oh?
No.
Yeah, sort of looks over and you see his eye blink slightly and then... Big? Big, my lad. Pleasure to see you again.
One moment. Gotta pull up the doc. I forget his name.
At that point, Rallis is going to do it as... yeah. He's going to do his best to roll his eyes and walk over to the other girl and inspect her. You know, does she also have a bag over her head, or...
Yes.
Cool. Remove that. Let's medicine check again. I'm sure it will be trash. Oh, 21. I rolled 10 better.
Yeah, you sort of pull the bag off and you see a tiefling woman who has somewhat a few scratches around the sides of her face, but and sort of curled black horns atop her head, and she just sort of like blinks as her eyes just a light, looks around. She looks up over at you. Hello, nice to meet you.
Friendly fucking tiefling.
I don't know anything about what he's likely to do. If I did, I'd probably go, look, this is going to seem real rude, but you're going to want to wear this for a little bit.
I want to put the bag back on.
Trust me, we have a human that's with us. He might kill you.
That normally goes over well with freshly freed prisoners.
But Rallis doesn't know that, so...
I mean, you know, I'm a devil hunter.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean super a lot to him. Who are you?
Oh, hello. Nice to meet you.
Hi. My name's Rallis. Why were you grabbed? Do you know?
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Caleb! Come here.
Yep. So, well, I'm going to come over and then talk to her in an infernal this time.
Which you recognize in infernal means, hello, nice to meet you.
I was hoping for that.
Can I determine what the hell is going on with her?
You can roll, like, insight to check if you'd like.
I'm pretty sure my insight is,
Again,
my insight's
this is a
plus
tiefling.
6.
I
Yes,
swear to
tiefling woman.
I was about to say, I swear to God, if she repeats this in fucking Thieves' Cant, I was honestly probably just going to shoot her in the face.
Did our proficiency bonus go up when we hit level 7?
I don't think so. I think that's
No.
next level.
Yeah.
But something is clearly
Would
wrong.
Big
with this woman.
recognize her?
15?
Yes, you
Or
do.
18?
I have their names pulled up, but you didn't give a description other than tiefling.
Yes, he did.
No, this one. Like, I didn't
Oh.
know if it was a blue tiefling or anything.
Yes.
He said blue, I believe.
No, yes, that, not on here.
But,
Oh, and he just keep
18?
Yeah, you know, she seems a little bit unfocused, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be anything physically wrong with her.
Well, Okay, then. He's gonna just turn back towards Caleb because he's right there. I have no fucking clue.
If I may, the turtle raise a hand very cautiously. This is my companion, Liza. She, well, suffice it to say, she's a bit cursed at the moment. Happened a few months back. Hasn't been able to say anything except for that since. A bit inconvenient, but
Do you have anything I can hand her, like paper or something?
Okay, but yes. So, Quat, Liza is here, and where's everyone else? Or how did you all? Are you separated or?
well, we after we parted ways with you, we traveled around a bit hoping to find a place where the plague wasn't so pervasive. Unfortunately, well, plague seems to be about everywhere. We decided to come back here. Cal had family in the area. I heard tale of some dwarves in the area. You know, I thought we'd try and find something out there. We returned and were ambushed by bandits at the gates. And we hid in the sewers. I'm not sure what happened to the others.
And how long has Liza been like this?
Around 3 months or so.
Does this curse only affect her ability to physically speak, or can she communicate what she wants to say in other ways?
Well, we've been trying just about anything. As far as we can tell, she can understand just about every language. But, she can only say the one phrase in every language, so it doesn't make her very good at translating and whatnot.
So, hey, actual real quick about Thieves' Cant. So, is Thieves' Cant like actual sign language, or is that just...
It's a variety
It depends.
of things.
It can be a bunch of things. It can be different spoken words, like this is what I was going, saying one thing but meaning something else.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
Yeah, it's like vaguely Cockney.
It's like green applesauce, and that means Fibblethip is gay.
Yeah.
The fifth finger of Johnny 12 Fingers would be like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, like something like that.
Having it being used as a very sign language-esque thing works really well, but it can also
It's very much just intuitive, like you get it or you don't.
So is it kind of like interpretation?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's very open to interpretation.
So, could I try Thieves' Cant, signing in Thieves' Cant, in that case?
Who knows if she knows it, but...
Who knows, but maybe.
You're welcome to try.
Okay, we will instead sign... Oh, what's a good way to test this out?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Just assuming she's a criminal because she's a tiefling.
Nice.
My character's been in the underground world just a little bit.
So he's
I'm just
racist.
Yes. So I'm just saying... Instead, I'll just sign... Do you understand me? Or do you understand this? Referring to what I'm doing.
Hello, nice to meet you.
God damn it!
Can she nod her head?
As she goes to move her head, her skull morphs into...
Hello, how are you?
She does some gesture with her head that you take to mean, hello, how are you? Not knowing before that such a gesture could exist.
In fact, it's the scratches that are around her eyes that just morph into, that just like dig into her fucking skin. And it just says, "Hello, how are you?"
I was actually going to walk over to Vane, real quick. Do you, Saladin didn't get far off, did he? He didn't run off super long ago. We might still be able to catch up to him.
You can try. I'm still winded.
Well,
Sorry about that.
we might want to have Sindri take these two upstairs while we make our way after him. If we let him go, who knows where he could end up.
Fine.
They might be able to help us out some, though. It might be worth asking.
You see Rallis just kind of tilt his head down in a very, He can't breathe, so it's very pantomiming that he's sighing.
Yes.
And he turns over to the turtle. Can you two fight?
Oh, well, lies a bit more than I, but I've been known to give people a good whack with my staff. I lost my staff, didn't I? I can punch people.
You want revenge on the person that dragged you down here?
Well, I'm not a very vengeful folk, but if you need help, I can help.
Good enough.
It would more be to stop it from happening to others.
A worry calls, a worry calls.
Vane is just immediately going to start walking just down towards in the direction that Saladin had gone.
And I will
Vane
too.
cares like that.
And I will too.
I'd like to help Caleb find some Saladin tracks.
Yeah. Roll me an investigation check.
Investigation.
And I'm helping you.
Shit.
I'm giving you the aid action. Make that with advantage, please.
Holy shit, that'd be a little bit over 20. But I gotta be about a 23, and I have to roll again for advantage, yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking 23.
Unfortunately, you're not able to find any trace of him.
This game just does not want me to kill this guy, does it?
Do one of you guys want to try?
I can try.
I
Sure.
sacrificed mine to hopefully get a natural 20, so.
And are you aiding me?
I
mean,
will.
He'd have to.
Non-nat 20.
So.
Unfortunately, you also are not able to find any tracks.
Fuck, what was his name? I think it's time we go back and see Noose.
He just points again at the city. He hasn't left, you idiots.
Yeah, but he can tell
I
us the
can't.
depth.
Yeah, I was about to say I can't get you to within 5 feet. Turn left at the sewer. It's like, what?
But Vane will just sort of look over to you. I think it might be best if we go topside and just see where exactly we're under. He might have gone up.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a manhole.
Well, Quat, you were with them for a while. I don't know if you might have heard or know anything about where he might be going, or...
Well, all I'd truly heard was that he'd heard of some necromancer in town capable of reattaching limbs. It's possible he might have been trying to head up there, or I tried to find it elsewhere, and there's opposition here.
Well, none of the others would be, I don't know, that into it, but, it just clicked that might be Stumbles.
Yeah.
We do need to head up then, yeah.
What do I have to roll to start finding a manhole? I assume survival? Because that's more navigation based.
Like uphill to get up from where you are now?
Yeah,
Or-
just find a quick manhole.
The quickest way to the surface.
Yeah, I'd say roll me a perception check.
I have +6 in my perception. That's better.
I'll just go ahead and roll it.
21.
Yeah, about on the opposite side of where you see Saladin has vanished, you kind of see a manhole cover leading up.
This way, follow me. And he's immediately just down there, moving up.
Alright, yeah.
Vane is following.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make
you're-
sure Quat and Liza.
Yeah, you sort of stay back and help Quad up first, and then Nice is like, nice to meet you. And then heads up too. And as you guys head up, you surface on an abandoned street you recognize as being about 20 feet, not too far away from the main wall of the neutral zone. You're able to see it off in the distance. There's a few abandoned stores around you, and just normal abandoned city stuff.
So, here's the question. Should we very quickly make our way to the medical tent or just leisurely?
I'd I'd prefer to get there as quickly as we could.
Rallis would too.
Yes.
Cool. I believe that's 3-1 or 4-0. Let's gun it.
Whole
Gun
ass.
it.
You gun someone else without checking to make sure it's not one of us.
To be fair, I didn't have the mind to check.
Also,
Listen, I
I don't.
was
quite
really. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, can the turtle people? What's the? Is their movement speed different or not?
Quat has a speed of 15.
Can't you just roll on your shell? What the fuck?
Yeah, you just see him like, could go on about me, I'll be fine. And then just like slowly start limping along.
So I know this part's going to be edited out. So, just real quickly. So just to recap, just to make sure that all my fidgeting with this fucking die is working. So, Saladin, wanted necromancer, reattached limb. We think it's Stubbles.
It is.
It is
good
Stumbles.
shot of being Uncle Stumbles.
It's one of two people. Stumbles is the more, let's go check that out first, and the other one is someone that we don't know where they might be.
What's the legality of necromancers in this town? I assume it's probably. I assume just because you're labeled as one doesn't necessarily mean you're allowed to raise the dead.
Would you like to make a history check?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've lived here for a while.
18. History. So 21.
You recall that for most of Albaic history, necromancy was strictly illegal. However, with a recent campaign to the north called the Tucson Wars, they, in an effort to sort of help with the war efforts, they began offering deals to necromancers that if they helped the army, they would be able to practice their craft freely. Unfortunately, the plague broke out before that promise could be honored, but you do recall there have been mumblings of necromancers from that war who have sort of taken up a base in Bleakstone. And for the most part, so long as they're not using their necromancy to spread evil, it has been accepted.
I might actually want to go talk to some of these guys.
Look at that, they do a better job than we do of honoring their war promises.
Well, only big problem with me going to see Stumbles, if we do come to find out that he ended up helping Saladin,
We'll play that out as it happens.
well,
I have a feeling it wouldn't be by choice.
maybe not.
I have a feeling that he's not the one that Saladin would go after, but it's still worth checking.
Maybe not, but I would know, obvious. I would definitely know where, like, the wrong side of town would be, right? I mean, I don't think I'd have to make a check for that. I don't think, anyway.
Or like the wrong.
Or say maybe necromancers might be.
Oh yeah, you do know that the necromancers have sort of gone set up base in a very old castle/museum. It was sort of the first fort founded before the city was built, and they've sort of like taken up refuge there.
Well, I mean, I know where some of these other guys might be, and I figured you guys could ask, and I could ask the ones on the wrong side of town. I do have some connections. I do still have some connections over there, so maybe I might be able to shake some cages and see what comes out.
I can come with you, and you all can check with Stumbles.
You see Raoul's kind of shifts at that. And, let's see how he feels. He's not happy about it, but let's see. Let's see if his sense of duty is more important. Yes, it is.
Good man. Work
Barely.
Good man, bot.
Be careful. What direction what do I need to roll to figure out the quickest way to the tent? I assume this is not an area that Rallis is normally in.
I'd say roll.
I think survival is just.
I was about to say, I'd say
Figuring out.
survival would probably be good for like finding out the right path and whatnot.
15?
Yeah, you're able to get there fairly quickly.
Rallis is just going to start moving.
Yeah. All right.
I will carry Quat.
Roll me an athletics check.
That's good. Let's go. Got to be good for something, being large.
How
How
fat,
big is a turtle?
how fat is this turtle?
They're not very. They're like 5 feet tall, but they're also like twice as wide as a normal person, so fairly heavy.
Let's see.
Giant.
12. He says, hopefully.
Wait, in total for your athletics?
I have a +2.
But you're a giant.
That's probably why I have a +2.
Well, shit.
Yeah, you're able
I'm a
to.
giant that reads.
But
It could be worse. You could be Timmy's character in the other campaign and have a -4.
But you don't you count as a size larger?
I do.
So don't you get advantage on?
I mean, we'll see.
Oh, yeah, I'd say
Scary.
so.
Yeah, you tend to get advantage on athletic.
19.
Yeah,
Better.
you're able to. You're able to sort of like scoop them up and just like tuck them under one shoulder. It's like, oh, thank you.
Not the first time that's happened.
Yes, I recall. You guys begin to make your way back to the medical tent. You see little Stumbles just still putting up various notes, sort of scribbling on the canvas. Yes. Hello there. How'd the hunt go?
Bad.
Oh, how bad?
He's looking for a necromancer to attach his arm, and we don't know where the hell he is.
Oh. You see him like just scratch the side of his head and just like points. Well, that's bad.
Have you noticed anything or anything off? Anybody watching you or feeling like just... He hasn't approached you, I assume, or no one has approached you about...
Oh no, I haven't. No one's been by my tent except for the usual patients.
Wait, didn't he have a reattached arm already?
No, his legs.
Oh, no, his legs. Okay.
Both of
thank
them.
Rouse is going to do something new, actually.
you. Uh-oh.
He's going to walk over to just off corner. If someone shows up, shake me awake. He's going to sit down and summon his echo, and then transfer consciousness. And is immediately going to start making his way out to find a guard.
Alright,
Putting the new ability to use.
Yep.
Aye.
Rouse has a plan. There's a reason why he had to come to the tent first.
But yeah, what are the rest of you doing?
I assume I am just following Caleb on his way to wherever this necromancer place is.
Alright.
Now, do I need to roll real quick to see if I didn't really know anything too much about the... I'm just trying to think about what bad side of town, like how much do I know about the people there? Why the fuck don't I roll for that, actually?
Oh, you're welcome too.
Well, goddamn, that was almost a natural 20. Is that history or insight?
I'd say insight.
Fantastic. So that would be expert. Remind me what expertise does again.
It doubles your proficiency
Doubles
bonus.
proficiency bonus. Thank you. So that is a.
Do you not already have your proficiency added in?
So it would be your intelligence.
I didn't
plus
start
6.
doing. I didn't start doing math yet. It was a 19 plus a 2 and then plus a 6 now.
So 27.
So 27. Yes.
Oh yes, so as you enter the castle district of Bleakstone, you see many long, well-organized rows of old houses, many sort of almost mimicking the sense of a soldier's sense in a war camp. The buildings seem to be fairly old and even before a plague, they were probably in a bit of disrepair. But the people here don't seem to be outwardly hostile, at least as you pass by a few. There's some small groups sort of huddled around trash cans and whatnot, or just huddled around fires. Or you see one sort of in a window just carefully butchering a freshly caught deer and things like that. But for the most part, no one really gives you any issues as you approach. As you approach the old stones of Castle Bleakstone, you kind of see it's facing the edge of a cliff, that of the sounds of saltwater waves brushing up against it. It's a fairly old building, very Gothic style, made out of bleak brown stone, marble, and yeah, you can kind of see, as you approach, you kind of see lots of undead, sort of like staked out and tied around some stakes to keep them sort of in place, almost like guard dogs.
So I know Big's not here, and this is out of character. Is that where Bleakstone got its name, then, or?
Yes, Castle Bleakstone.
Well, I guess we'll head inside.
Yeah. Yeah, as you approach, you kind of see, like, one fairly young-looking fellow has, like, very heavy dark robes on, as he's just, like, flipping through Necronomicon Week Monthly, sort of like a small pamphlet almost. Just
He reads it for the articles.
yeah, and he like as you approach, he's like, "Hello there, friends. How can I help you?"
Actually, we were hoping that you might have been in contact with someone, or might have noticed anybody who's been staking the place out.
Could you be more specific? Like, why
He's
would they?
A tall half-drow man goes by the name of Saladin.
And then
Is that
Ving will
Moon
just sort of use
Yeah,
his
I-
prestidigitation to make a small, like, image of what Saladin looks like from when we last saw him.
You can make a small statuette. You can make a Saladin action figure.
My God.
As long as it fits in the palm of your hand.
Like, I
Even
thought
comes
you
with-
couldn't make physical things.
You can't make physical. You make projection, like
Yo, what even
images.
comes with
you can make,
detachable limbs?
You can make small trinkets with prestidigitation.
I thought that was
No,
like
that's the other one.
3.5.
I don't think the rest heard me.
Because there's another thing that does it, I think.
I'm pretty sure prestidigitation is.
No.
It
small
used to be
trinket.
Because prestidigitation is twinkle the lights and things like that.
Candles flicker.
There's the other one that's a transmutation version of it that makes physical things.
You create a non-magical trinket or illusionary image. So you could do both.
Yeah.
But it has to fit in the palm of your hand.
Oh, and it just lasts until the end of your next turn, so it lasts for 6 seconds. Useful.
Yeah, the guy sort of kneels. You see that he's surprisingly young. When you normally think of a necromancer, you kind of think of like old, white-bearded fellow shut away in a cave. He seems like almost university age, almost. Like, sort of kneels down and like, I haven't seen anyone like that, but if you're welcome to come in, see the friends, and see what they see. I don't know. I might have snuck past me for all I know.
That would be useful.
Yeah, more than welcome. Just make sure you follow my footsteps real quick. These guys, like gestures to the undead behind them. They haven't eaten recently, so. And he just like
Yeah, of course.
begins to sort of nimbly step between the various undead, and as they do, a few of them start to like reach out or lunge towards him, but he just stays like just out of reach.
Believe me, it hasn't been my first time dealing with undead.
So I'll need you both to make me an acrobatics check if you wish to follow him. To
Vane says before getting bit in the ass.
16.
19. Let's see. I can do math, I promise. 11. So 25.
yeah, as you both follow the necromancer, you just sort of like stay just out of reach. You see various undead, some of them being soldiers, some of them being surprising number of moon elves among them, with even just with nooses still around their necks or things like that. Lots of various folks. But thankfully you're able to sort of move past the gaunt horde and just approach the gates of Castle Bleakstone. Hey, we got visitors. And as he shouts that up, the gates slowly creak open. And, as he steps inside, you see what looks like a grand foyer to a castle with sort of ragged-looking red carpets adorning the walls, the floors, and lots of old, faded oil paintings on the walls. Just some of them with their faces dripping down droopily, or quite a few of them just with bits and pieces carved out of them.
A place that looks dead.
I'm just
Fitting.
picturing Saladin walking in, buying like 5-6 zombies, and walking out with a receipt.
So, few rules. Just don't bother anyone who is mid-spell. Don't mess with any undead you see. And, just, our leader's right up there. He says he wants to see all visitors. If you want to talk to him, you're more than welcome to.
Please do not feed the undead.
I am not saying this in character when I say, oh my god, Tristan, we might just about to be going back into combat again. There's a solid chance here.
There's a reason why Rallis told you to be careful.
Also, can we pause for a second after use the bathroom?
Yes. Short break, friends.
Or do you want to jump back over to Rallis and Big?
Yeah.
That way we can keep going.
So, real quick, Big, what are you up to?
Might be a decent time to introduce, I guess, Stumbles to the old family. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe make sure Quat and Laser, I guess, just up to health and as much as you can be while cursed, apparently.
Yeah. So, you sort of like, he just starts to ice to Quat's eye a bit. Says, so, that fellow punched you. Quite so. Quite, rather nasty right hook he has. Then he just like goes over to Eliza. Minor scratches, but they should be fine. I'll give him a little bit of disinfectant. Oh, hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Could you tell me how you got these scratches? Nice to meet you. Have you suffered any head trauma recently? Oh, nice to meet you. Well, that looks... Big, elaborate.
So apparently, not since I've known, but fairly recently she's been cursed. You wouldn't know anything about how to have anything that might help, would you?
He, strokes his beard a bit. I've heard tell of similar curses, but, I'd have to look a bit more into it. But, he just, sort of pats Liza's head. Suppose that just means you're my newest patient. It'll make you right, lass.
At this point, Big will turn to Quat. So, how was she cursed?
Oh, it's quite an odd tale, really. We were holding up for refuge somewhere, and inside there was this large library. It was a good place to make shelter for a while, so we got set up, and Liza began reading books in the library. She found an odd one. She opened it up, and she started to convulse. Her eyes rolled up in the back of her head, and when she came to, that's about all she said. If I had to guess, I'd say it was some sort of outer being or something. I'm not sure. But she has had this. Liza, showed him the air. Oh, she just raises her hand in the air. Nice to meet you. And then just a beam shoots out from her hand. Yeah, she's been able to do that since. So I think that might be part of it.
Oh, Vane might have been Vane might have been more helpful with this. I think his power might be related. So, do you still have the tome?
Well, yes and no. I believe Cal had it. He was holding on to it because I kept causing her to wake up in the middle of the night screaming.
Oh.
Separating it seemed to alleviate that somewhat.
Must have been a rough couple months then.
Ah, you could say that. He sort of gives a very slow smile. But, well, the gang's almost back together. Suppose that's a sign of the upswing.
How long had you been with Saladin?
Oh, around about 4 days or so.
Hmm.
Wherever the others are, I'm sure they're fine.
We'll have to hope.
Well, hope's about all we can do, really. And as you reflect upon that, Rallis, what are you up to?
So, because Rallis can transfer his consciousness into his echo now, he sends the echo out to find a guard. Just the first one he can find.
Ah,
Come on, we have a favorite.
yeah, as you send your echo out, it sort of stops by a small like area set up outside of the bar where you just see John sipping a mug of mug of coffee.
The echo's gonna walk up to John and just, John.
He like looks over. Hello there, Rallis's ghosts. How are you?
It's me. I can transfer my consciousness into my echoes now. Look, I need you to do something. I need a bunch of guards gathered up and patrolling around the medical tent. The person we were after got away, and he's looking for a necromancer that can reattach limbs.
Well, that'd be where he'd find one.
Yeah.
I'll pass it along to Linda and her boys. They came up a while and they were not happy.
As many guards as we can have there. The other place might be the old museum. I think that, or was that, or the castle.
Castle.
Yeah, Fort Bleakstone.
It was that or the castle that Caleb said that they might head to.
Well, that's necromancer territory, so they can handle that.
They won't be the only ones handling it. Just get people to the tent as quick as possible. And with that, Rouse is going to transfer his consciousness back, and his echo will just vanish, dissipate.
Yeah, just in the final moments as John is just watching it fade away, you just hear him like, did Rallis just die?
Again?
But yeah, you sort of wake up and you see good old Stumbles just sort of tending to what you can assume are Big's friends of some matter, and Big just standing nearby.
Yeah, I guess you'll probably be the one most likely to notice this, but Rouse is immediately going to very loudly get up. It looks like he's not attempting to make sure that no one's disturbed for the first time ever. And he's going to walk over to Stumbles. I got a bunch of people coming to protect the tent just in case.
Well, as long as they leave the patients alone, you can send who you like.
Yeah, and while he's doing this, he is looking more towards you. And again, there's that slight delay, and then we need to go now. And he's just going to head out the tent. He doesn't know how far they're going to be, but he needs. He doesn't want to leave Caleb and Vane alone with this guy, because he's been very dangerous both times.
And on that note, so to our two friends in the castle, what are you doing?
I assume we're gonna start walking towards where the leader is.
Yeah.
But as we're walking up, because what is it, like forward and up, like a staircase?
Yeah, sort of a staircase leading up, and then balconies around all sides.
Okay.
Very grand.
As we're walking through, Vane's just gonna sort of walk next to you, Caleb, and just sort of reach into his cloak and pull out a large book that's like covered in all sorts of what you can presume to be like hellish writing and the like. And can you speak Infernal?
Yes, I can.
So you'd be able to read like just all the different things it says. It's nothing really specific. It's just different things involving Terzanon and shadows and the dark sun and things like that. With like the Terzanon symbol on it of the sun with horns reaching around it.
You know, some of Vane's favorite things.
And you see Vane just sort of flip over to the very back of the book. I need you to do something for me. I'd like for you to write your name in here. And he just sort of holds up like a self-filling quill.
Don't ask what it writes with.
It's just in case something else happens with Saladin and turns us against each other. It will ensure we don't die.
What's the catch?
The catch is just that you write your name.
Alright. And I'll write my name.
All it does is let my lord know that he needs to keep an eye out for the health of the people whose name is written in here to ensure they don't fall for a moment. He doesn't have the capabilities of doing it more than a single time in a day, but I believe that should suffice. Just sort of loudly closing the book and beginning to put it back with like a... And you do see like a... what looks to be almost like a bookmark with like a ornate key hanging off of it. But no matter what happens, do not tell anyone about this book or that it exists, ever.
On the bright side, when he shoots you dead, your god will stop you from dying once.
No, it won't save me. It only saves other people.
Now, Terzanon will probably have the immediate question, what the fuck? But
He shot you! Why are you offering him this?
He has gotten in your way twice.
Who is this Krishna-following motherfucker that you are associating with?
look here, you holier-than-thou cowpoke. I hate you.
Why
2 or 3
did
weeks
you
ago
make
when he
me
hated
do this?
Krishna.
You're fighting so that this guy can disintegrate you. Think, Vane. Anyway,
What will you have after he shoots you?
Oh my god. Can you all like...
I'll have you, Dad.
I'm sorry. They set we set these up too fucking easily. Anyway,
Now the podcast is dated.
anyway, Caleb will raise his eyebrow for a moment and go, that's quite the help that he can give. Usually when dealing with things like that, there's almost always some sort of bigger catch.
In this case, the catch is, don't shoot me again.
Let's not make it a third time.
Because I can choose to erase anyone's name from that book on a whim.
And he can erase ink.
Believe me, I'm really not trying. Believe me, I really wasn't trying to.
Well, the next time, and Vane will just sort of punch you in the chest. He's
Ow.
not very strong, so it doesn't really hurt that much. But
I think Rouse is the only one with a real strength score.
I have a 9.
Big should have, but
I
does
have
not.
a solid 10.
I have a 20.
I am weaker
Yeah.
than the average man.
I am average as average can get.
But yeah, Vane just sort of punches you in the chest. Now you all made me lose my train of thought. God damn it.
Bro moment.
Don't shoot me again or next time, blank.
As he hits you in the chest, you feel a cursed symbol appear right above your heart.
As he hits you in the chest, you suddenly have a vision of exploding into fire.
God, now I can't think.
It's actually that would be a pretty decent black card in Cards Against Humanity. Ah, yes, the Terzanon expansion.
You get the sense that your life is now tied to Vane's.
So yeah, he'll just sort of hit you in the chest. Because if you do and I die, then all of my friends will be coming here and, well, they'll probably shoot you dead back.
Are we ever going to tell them how you technically almost died on that little battle we had?
As long as I'm still breathing, that's the important part.
Alright, we can... That's doable.
Just don't get close to him again.
Right.
Anyway,
So the leader of the zombie cult.
Right.
So yeah, Vane will just keep walking forward to wherever the leader was.
Yeah, you approach a grand set of polished oaken doors, and as you slowly push them open, you see an odd fellow inside. He has like a pair of small black-rimmed glasses just balanced on the tip of his nose. Seems to be balding with a few stitches in his scalp here and there. And he's wearing, unlike the rest of the people in the area who are wearing black robes, his are surprisingly white, and you recognize them as almost cleric robes or the robes of a healer. You approach to his desk, and you see atop of it a corpse with various different limbs. You see one sort of with the pale golden skin of a sun elf, different ears that seem to be a bit too small for the human-like head, a lizard tail grafted on. There we are, gently. He sort of like starts to adjust the nose a bit, and as he has his hands upon the head, you see a third arm just from the shoulder, like, and start to adjust, sort of shifting the overall structure of the face of it. There we are. Make you good, make you perfect. Well, we'll continue this tomorrow, my dear. And as he straightens up, he smiles. Ah, visitors. We get so few these days. Can't imagine why. He gives a very nonchalant shrug with all of his arms. Anywho, welcome to Castle Bleakstone.
Vane will just sort of cross his arms. No, one of my friends, he could never get the faces right, so he just switched to only doing skeletons.
Oh yes, I tried skeletons for a bit, but it's just not so satisfying. It's like a puzzle piece as opposed to molding clay.
You said the head necromancer had white robes on?
Ah yes.
Can I investigate? Can I roll to see if I can recognize any possible markings on this?
There's a third imperialist.
Sure. Yeah, you can roll with me a history check.
Oh, god damn it. That's a modified 5.
Them sure clothes, all right.
Wait, what is that? What is that roll? That's what stat am I rolling for? Investigation or
History, I'd say.
damn. All right. Thought maybe I might have had something that helps with rolls for that. I don't. Anyway.
But yeah, you just see sort of apart from just the white robes, sort of like buttoned and stitched together, you do see a small patch on one shoulder that seems to have like sort of a hand splayed out with a symbol of magic upon it, so sort of a lightning bolt. But you're not quite sure what that means.
Anyway.
Ah, yes. If you're done admiring my robe. Welcome. My name is Ichabod Icker, leader of the Bleakstone Necromancers. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise. Actually, I came here to see if by chance you can help me find somebody who also has some interest in the living dead.
Oh, is that right?
Yes. He's a fairly tall half-drow.
He's a moon elf.
Oh wait, he's a moon elf?
Yeah.
Skeleton is?
Can you
Yeah.
grab
Yeah.
me that die that rolled under you?
This whole time it was a half drow.
No, we've kept saying he was Moon Elf, and you
Oh.
just
Put it
kept
on that.
going with Drow.
Kill me. Yeah, just edit all that out. Just edit it out every episode.
Just every time Johnny goes, and then you just hear a clearly not the same recording.
Moon.
Oh yeah,
It's
Moon elf.
moon.
Yeah, he's a moon elf. Anyway, yes, fairly tall moon elf.
He's been disarmed. Insert rickshaw sound effect.
We've been tracking him, trying to track him down, and we know that he's been interested in seeing necromancers to reattach some limbs, possibly.
Vane will use his prestidigitation again to create the image.
God, I've said fucking after so many times. I'm so fucking dumb.
How many arms does your projection have?
The correct number?
Like, is it him with one arm or him when he had two?
One?
No,
Oh.
he's holding up Saladin's actual arm to the image.
Yes.
It's like at the stump, it projects out a little
Oh,
bit
you
of
still
soul.
have that thing. I see. Here, I thought you'd gotten hungry at some point. You freaky, freaky devil man.
Well, let's have a look. You see him sort of like fold his fingers together as he looks at the image. Then the third arm sort of detached from his elbows and like points knowingly. Ah, yes, I recognize this fellow. Saw him a few years back. So shouting some nonsense about us having his mother reanimated out there. Victim of all those lynchings early on in the plague and whatnot.
I was thinking about when you said there were a bunch of moon elves. I was like, I wonder if that's related.
But yeah, Vane will just sort of be like, yes, apparently he went from that to becoming a serial killer, and now it seems like he might be becoming a bringer of death to this city, and we're dealing with him.
Ah, interesting. Well, I wish you the best of luck.
And if you do see him, feel free to feed him to any of your zombies that might be hungry.
We'll see.
Before Vane turns to leave, he'll hold him there with a hand. Your name, Ichabod. It seems familiar. Is this history or insight again? I keep forgetting the difference between the two.
History would be knowing someone,
This
Cool.
should be history.
Insight's
cool.
like a gut feeling.
and like trying to figure out if someone's lying and stuff like that.
Okay, I actually don't know what that. Fuck. That's twice now that's happened. Where it slid around and I didn't like remember what the fucking number it landed on. I hate it. Oh, okay, cool. Leave it there. Cool. A modified 11. Please. You literally just showed me the note.
You recall Rowless said something about a guy named Ichabod.
Okay. Can I try to remember what Rowless said? Roll again for history.
That's where the DM's like, that depends. Did you take notes? Were you on your phone?
Possibly.
Yes.
Sure, go ahead.
All right, thank you. Trust me, audience, this is not going to happen very often. And no, I don't mean me forgetting. I mean him being merciful.
You get 3.
God fucking, it's a modified 8.
Krishna, damn it.
You remember that Rowless said something about this guy in relation to him becoming what Rowless is.
Okay.
That's all you're gonna get because that's all you were told.
Yep, that's fair enough.
Did this man sell your OG body to Saladin, though?
Okay, does the name Rowless mean anything to
We
you?
determined that was different.
Rowless. Oh, I recall him, yes.
Why didn't I just do that first?
One of my greatest successes, really.
Successes.
Ah,
He
yes.
says as Rowless bursts a leak. Oh, damn it.
He he was dead and he returned to life. He just gives like a nonchalant shrug.
Currently, he's a metal man.
Ah, yes. Quite a bit of engineering, that. It's quite... his whole body was quite mangled. If I recall correctly, a giant lifted him up and give him a good squeeze.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
A lot of his organs forced out through his mouth, his bones mangled and healed into irregularity shapes. Why, he was on death's door, and voila.
So he went out like a bitch.
Ah, no wonder he hates giants.
You're thinking top or bottom because
That's
you know,
not even all
I'm
that
thinking
happened.
mouth, but
I know.
I'm hoping.
Well, that would explain some. Well, that explains some things about his predicament with giants.
And tight spaces, except he loves tight spaces.
Ah, yes. If I recall correctly, when he regained consciousness, he tried to kill the attendant for enrage, but, well, that's not a concern. Patient's mental well-being was not what I was experimenting with. Point is, he lives, which is a grand step forward.
Vane will just sort of look at him. You know, there... if someone of your skill would be interested in finding even more potential interest in other test subjects, have you heard of the city of Vexia?
Ah, yeah, you just see him, like, fold his hands together again while the third arm just like, oh, no. I prefer to keep things freelance, as it were. Allows me to, well, name my price, as it were.
Well, if you ever find an interest in experimenting on the corpses of the fiendish, I could always put in a word. Rallis has been quite excellent work.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, I suppose that's really all we came here for.
He has politely asked you to leave twice.
Yeah, Vane will walk out.
And I'll follow.
Take care now. And then you just see it here. Now, where did we leave off, my sweetie? As he just goes back to work. So yeah, as you guys had to... excuse me. As you guys head back out, as the necromancers around you sort of eye you a bit warily, you kind of see Big and Rallis sort of like stuck down by the gate with no one to really lead them through the undead horde.
Any luck? Are we at the main door?
Yeah, it's like you're at the main door, and then there's like all the various growling zombies on stakes around you, and then they're like down on the other side of it.
Vane will just sort of shout over. Any luck at the medical tent?
He wasn't over there, but we got a bunch of guards posted.
He hasn't been here either.
Damn.
They said they'll keep an eye out, though.
How far across is the bridge? The pathway?
It's sort of like weaving in around, so it's like 20 feet across, but you'd have to walk about 80 feet, circular, sort of serpentining your way through.
Well, my echo doesn't have gravity affected, so
Fair.
I could just go there, but I don't think it's super necessary.
What an interesting place.
No problem inside.
No, we were just talking to this, Caleb, what was his name?
Ichabod.
You see Raul is kind of straining up at that. More confused than anything else.
Yeah, he said he made you or something.
Yeah, I think he was one of the people instrumental in it, but like I said earlier, that's kind of hazy. I remember everything up until, but those first few days, I don't have it. It's all blurs into one big thing.
Well, what do we do now?
How wide is the perimeter of the castle?
Like, how...
Like, if we were to
What's
walk
the
around the perimeter,
circumference?
how big is it? Like, huge or...
It's,
Miles.
It's fairly big. It's like, it's sort of like a wedge edged against the cliff face. So it's like two main sort of long walls that are both about a football field in width. So it's like about 600 yards or so.
Okay. Well, I guess if Saladin was going to come up, he'd probably come in through the bottom. So...
So the undead here are just allowed to walk around,
Quite freely. Well, more or less.
and they're allowed to practice these arts in the city.
I presume so. Probably as long as they keep it out here, mostly.
Just be careful if you're walking around. They, while they do manage to raise them from the dead, it doesn't exactly stop them from wanting to eat you. So, just keep an eye out on them if you're here.
Certainly.
Can't imagine what it looks like if any of them manage to break their chains for even a moment.
Well, I presume then you just make them re-dead.
We should probably regroup on one side.
Do you all have anything you need over from the necromancers?
I don't.
Do you, Big?
Not at the moment.
Then we'll come over to you and we'll meet back in the main part of town then. Is the guy still there from the gate to lead us back through?
Ah, yeah, he's just like hey, sorry. He like sort of walks over behind you and then starts to lead you back through.
Yeah, we'll just keep walking through.
Yeah.
I would send my echo to give you guys a hand in case something were to happen, but
So wait,
you have to walk out of my range, so...
So wait, are we separated again, or?
No, we're all getting back
Okay.
together.
Yeah, we're walking back through the field of zombies.
Yep, and slowly but surely you get back to the other side.
Thank God we don't have to describe any smells. Can't imagine an entire field of dead things can smell particularly good.
Oh, don't worry, Rouse is fine. To the bar, then? That's probably the best place to regroup.
Sure.
Yeah, as you all start to head back into town, you kind of see Linda and a lot of dwarves outside the gates. Kind of see Linda adjusting the jacket of Lautrec, the sort of leader of the dwarves that you met earlier. Now you be safe out there, and if you see anything bad, you just report back. Make sure you come back in one piece, okay? I'll do my best, darling. Howdy, folks. Yeah, got away from us too, don't worry.
Damn.
So yeah, plan is, we got a map of the sewers. We're gonna go stake out all the various hidey holes and manholes out there. Smack the bastard when he pokes his head out.
You wouldn't happen to have any extras with those, would you?
Well, we had the one. Got Cinder down in the sewers, making up a few copies. Figured you'd all wouldn't be interested.
Caleb, you make a lot of schematics. You're probably good at making some maps as well, as long as you have a reference.
You're correct, I would be. I've made a few in my time for various reasons.
And he just nods.
But I never fully mapped out the sewers, though. I mean, I never really had that much of a reason to go all through the sewers. It is, a sewer, after all.
Fair enough.
Quickest way through them is usually the favored way.
Yeah, he just sort of like dusts off his jacket. Well, I'm gonna be heading out to the Druid lands and see if I can't pry up a few moss-ridden manholes out there. Stay safe there.
You too.
I'm gonna turn towards Linda. the two spots where he's most likely to come up near are probably the tent and over near Castle Bleakstone.
Oh yes, I've got a couple of my boys at the tent, and well, I'll see if I have any volunteers to go near the castle. But you know, the stench over there is quite wretched.
Well, I know we're probably going over to the castle. If we want Saladin, that's probably the best entry point. He is looking over at you guys as well for input.
I'd agree.
It's likely.
That and him and Stumbles would be the go-to, yes.
I guess the only other question is, are there any other unaccounted for necromancers?
I'll have to check. I know there are rumors of a few who are just around our town or with the those doctors up in the south, but other than that, I'm not sure.
Also, we're in the bar right now, right? Just to...
Oh no, you're like outside the castle gates.
Okay.
Yeah, they were about like on their way out.
We should send a couple of squads out in those areas to check it out. Not engage, but check it out.
I agree.
We want our most skilled to go after him. Because our options were in the neutral zone. Our best option is probably to overpower him with just sheer numbers. But out in the wild, you have to have stronger fighters. Unless he gets away again.
He won't.
That's the plan.
So yeah, as you part ways with the dwarves as they continue their. Oh, did you have something?
Yeah. Before we leave, Big would walk up and Linda, correct?
Ah, yes.
Thank you. I've a couple of my friends have gotten lost nearer in the city. There are two moon elves, Mira and Callan. I'd hate to think they were bested, but they're unaccounted for. That and a dwarf, mithril dwarf, Arlas. He's clearly uncomfortable. If you could, if anyone runs into them, if you could help them or just let us know.
We'll keep an eye out for them. If they're down in the sewers, we'll send them right up to you.
Thank you. And Big will step back and...
Then were you guys heading towards the bar, or?
Yep.
Yeah, get some quick information. That would probably be best. But
Alright, yeah. So yeah, you see a lot of somewhat panicked people in town. Just a lot of them sort of whispering about the bandit who apparently got very close to butchering a few of them in their sleep. As you approach the bar, you kind of see excuse me, kind of see Robert and Drumakill just like, yeah, get it out of here, and you see a couple of guards like carrying a dead body out from upstairs. Couldn't you have at least like tossed them out the window or something? There's like a whole lot of blood up there.
To be fair, he was dead when I got there.
I mean, sure, but still, it's. Did you at least get the guy?
I didn't really know how to bring him out here without looking too suspicious. I mean, carrying a dead body out of a place.
He's asking if we killed Saladin.
can you move your mic a little
Oh.
closer to you?
I thought he was talking about the dead
No,
body.
he said, did you get the guy?
No, he didn't.
Oh, great! Someone died in my establishment, and the person is still at large. I told you we should have denied him rent. We don't deny people rent because I need money. Well, maybe if you If it sold good booze, we wouldn't need money. Well, maybe if I didn't have a fucking tumor in the side of my head that sassed people, I would be able to sell more drinks.
You get a lot of gold out of me.
You know, true. We got our best customer right here. Ah, yes, we like Caleb. We do like Caleb. Would you like a drink, Caleb?
Yes.
He, goes back behind the bar. Usual?
Yep.
Why are we at the bar?
It's my favorite place to be.
There are a lot of people in the bar.
Oh, yeah, you see a few people. You see a Nika and Noose, off in one corner, just sort of playing finger fillet. And, yeah, good few people, drinking around the room.
Yeah. Rouse is going to cautiously, as quietly as he can without stealthing, walk over to Nika and Noose and just kind of listen in on conversations for anything that might involve Saladin.
Roll me a perception check.
This is why you go to the bar, for information. That's an 18, not an 8. Okay, 24. It's hard to see the numbers on this die sometimes.
Yeah, you see, you hear a lot of conversations you hear about that bandit? Apparently this one-armed guy almost got into town. Yeah, something like that. Apparently he was after the hospital or something. It's that new apprentice that they have there. Heard he used to be in their gang. True, he's probably part of it and nothing else. And yeah, stuff like that. Just lots of speculation, but it doesn't seem like there's anyone here who knows any hard facts.
Okay. He's obviously going to just sit next to the Nika News, and he'll quickly fill him in on everything. Kind of turns to News. Do you think there's any chance that you could see roughly what part of the city he's in?
Scribbles down a note. Sorry, I could only use the arm once. If you have anything else of him, I could probably try, but...
I believe I still have his journal. The Madman's journal?
Ah, yes.
Oh no, he had the ledger, which I do have.
Yeah.
I'll just pull out the ledger.
That'll do.
And Vane will walk over. Would having more items make it stronger?
He nods.
Vane will just sort of pull out his sword.
Scimitar or something?
Yeah, the sword of greater warning. And pull it out. This was his.
He scribbles out a note. Have you been using it?
I've been carrying it, not especially using it. I rely on more magical means of fighting.
How long have you been carrying it?
Since we first fought him,
I think at max that would have been 3 days ago.
yeah, about 3 days ago.
Holy shit, it's only been 3 days.
Yeah.
Been like 3 or 4 days.
It's been, I think it's been 4 days since all of us started, since we met in-game.
Yeah.
Sorry, impersonal items like that, when you carry them around, they tend to soak up your aura a little bit. Probably just point me towards you, if nothing else.
Vane will just sort of nod and sheath the sword again.
Yeah, he holds out a hand over.
Hold up. If he's still in the sewers, they're making maps of the entire sewer system. We should probably go get one of those first.
That gives a thumbs up.
And, I'm going to turn over to Caleb. You think you can make a quick run down to the sewers? Meet up with, was it Sindri that was making them?
Uh-huh.
Meet up with Sindri. You get a map and come back here real quick.
Sure thing.
Okay. Rouse will also turn to Vane. You want to go with him? Give him some backup just in case.
I can follow him.
There's something I wanted to do first, but I don't need anyone to come with me. He's only in town.
Ah, yeah, you all start to part, and, Big, what are you up to?
Well, if we're just disbanding, he'd head back to Stumbles. Don't know how many guards would be there.
Oh, yeah, you get back to the tent, and you see a couple of Linda's sons just, like, out by the front gate, sort of holding some fairly tall halberts that sort of out-height them a good bit. Gonna need to see some ID.
Truly.
Yeah, just for the love of Christ, people, he works here. Let him by. And you just hear Stumbles like, well, bip one of the guards on the side of the head. Sorry about that, man. Please, enter.
Stumbles. Who's Christ?
Krishna, curse it. I'm sorry, Freudian slip.
I've been outed as a religious heretic.
Oh no, I'm not a Christian, I'm a Christian. Oh God! No!
Blasphemy! Kill the non-believer.
Stumbles is immediately crucified.
No, see, he was out with it the day he just said Christian, and they wrote Christian, and just because they hadn't heard of it. All right, so
Yeah, you enter his tent and you see that, it's sort of getting set up a little bit. You got your former bandit friend just off to the side cleaning vials. Liza's just there, like sort of
Avery.
Yeah, got Avery in the corner cleaning vials. You got Liza just sort of strumming away on a lute in the corner, singing softly to herself, but you hear her only sing, "Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you."
I love this character.
Just
so
this
goddamn
new
much.
cover of Where Has the Dragonborn Gone?
Hello, nice to meet you. Hello, nice to meet you.
Or the Dragonborn comes.
Yeah, the Dragonborn comes.
You just see Quat like shaking his head. So it said Quat.
It's nice to meet you.
You just see Quat like shaking his head a bit. It's supposed to be a tragedy. She's singing a tragic song, but all she's saying is hello.
Oh,
He just like shakes his head and starts to go back to setting up a little table of his own.
I like to think that the song is about just somebody that's very introverted. Anyway,
can't be the
so,
first time she's done that if she's been like this for a while.
A good bit, yeah. Which she still has a lovely singing voice. I get tired of the lyrics, friend. Have you ever heard a dramatic rendition of "Toss a Coin to Your Bitcher"? Bitcher yelled very loudly as only "Hello, nice to meet you."
I can't imagine that would be pleasant.
That song's supposed to be about a poor, depressed dog breeder, but she turns it into a greeting.
a dog breeder, and you called it a bitcher. I swear to God, Timothy.
It's what I do.
So what are you working on over here then?
Well, since I'm going to be staying in town a good while, I'm working on a little enchantment table. See if I can drum up some business that way. Contribute to things around here a bit. Since they're being kind enough to house us and, well, help find our friends.
I have asked the local guard if they could keep an eye out for the rest of our party.
Much appreciated.
It's the least I could do. And, here's hoping they turn up.
Quite so.
So, are you finding Stumble's tent comfortable?
It's quite a nice place, really. I can see why they choose it to house the ill. It's very comfortable, protected from the elements and such. But yeah, as you just sort of settle down, get into the normal work routine. Rallis, where are you heading?
Rouse is going to head over to the. Is Chisel the armor smith or weaponsmith?
Yes. Yeah.
He's heading over to Chisel so that he can get his talent silvered.
Yeah. So as you walk to a small shack, sort of in the center of the neutral zone, sort of in the market section, you hear a slow steady pounding of a hammer on an anvil. Ting, ting, ting. And as you approach, you recognize the fellow running it. A warforge with a good bit of sort of molten slag making up the plates of his armor as he just slowly ting, ting. Even you haven't seen many warforges, but of the ones you've seen, his movements are the most robotic and mechanical, sort of repetitious. Ting, ting. He slowly straightens up his back and turns toward you. Ah, Rallis. Welcome.
Chisel.
How are things?
Could always be better.
Ah, true.
Look, I'm about
A
to go.
master of small talk.
Look, I'm about to go into battle again, and not entirely sure what I'm going to face, but this guy's been using a lot of undead, so I don't know what's up his sleeve. So he's gonna extend the talent that he normally uses, his right one. I'd like to get this silvered.
Silvered. Yes, I can do that. I will just need you to cover the cost of materials. It would be about 100 gold.
Easy enough. And Rouse gives him the 100.
Ah, thank you kindly, Rallis. If you will simply sit at the table, we can begin. And you just see him sort of get a bunch of loose silver bits of bars, some old broken coins and stuff, and just start to put it into a small kiln and just set it to heat. So, have you been keeping well?
As well as I can. Got messed up not too long ago, but I'm better now.
Ah, I am glad to hear that you are better now from being messed up. He just sort of bobs head of it rhythmically as he speaks. He just sort of sits there a bit awkwardly. I'm told I am not good at speaking.
Rouse shrugs as much as he can. That's fine. In truth, I actually like coming down here because you're about the only warforged that sticks around.
You see the metal plating of his face, so the sort of rusty bits around the corners sort of tilt up slightly as though in a smile. I enjoy your visits as well. It is good to know that I am making something that will be used almost every day.
Doing this will save lives.
And lives should be saved. He just sort of nods in agreement. He holds out the kiln a bit. If you could, please stick the spike inside of here.
Rouse will.
Yeah, and as you do, he just sort of lifts up your arm along with a spike as the silver drips down. And slowly but surely, almost as if it were a perfect measurement, it just sort of so evenly coats the staff part of the spike without really dripping onto the arm. And he lowers it back down. Good. We will just need to smooth and polish this so it does not interfere with the gears. And then he just sort of starts chiseling or not quite chiseling, but smoothing it down with
Sanding.
Sort of sanding it down. You kind of see a bunch of rough, abrasive edges on the palm of one of his hands. Yeah, and while you're having your upgrades done, Caleb and Vane.
While you're getting your manicure.
Yeah, while you're getting manicured.
I mean, I do call the weapon a talon, so.
While you're getting your talons polished.
It's technically a lance, but
A
I
metal
prefer
man
talon.
must look his best.
So tell me about Becky in accounting.
Oh god.
Did
bitch.
She's a fucking bitch.
She is a bitch and slut.
I tossed a coin at her.
She always shortchanges everyone.
I heard a song. It was appropriate to do, yes?
Anyway. As me and Vane are walking along, I'm going to just speak to Vane. Vane,
Yes, Caleb.
Yes.
tell me about your little cult.
Little.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it little, considering it's basically taken up an area about the size of... honestly, it's probably about as big as the largest cities on this continent now. But what exactly do you wish to know about?
What is it exactly that you believe? What are your tenets?
For me personally, or the actual cult itself?
There's a difference.
A very large one. If you wish to know about the church, I suppose you could say, of the Terzanon, I don't much... Me and my other associates don't much care all that much, other than one exception. But they do believe Terzanon is the source of all the light of this world. He creates the light and casts the darkness and directs each of them where they need to be, and eliminates anything that attempts to create its own light or extend its own shadows. As for me and most of my fellow members of the Clan's Guard, we mostly just see it as more of a business deal. We help him, he helps us.
And this Terzanon, he's completely fine with that?
He is. He has no care for cults or worship or anything of the sort. The only thing he cares about is accomplishing his goals.
Respectable. Cat that brings forth the light and casts the dark. Do I still get those weird visions every time I look even remotely towards the sun?
A little bit.
It's probably just more like memories of it than
Ah,
actually actual
Like
vision.
PTSD flashback.
It's sort of like a phantom vision.
Your phantom eyeballs.
Are there any sins or any actions that Terzanon might consider sin?
Then the cult, they have their own, and Vane starts rubbing his temple, conclusions about what would be considered a sin. Thankfully, as a member of the Clan's Guard, I'm fully exempt from any of this stuff, as they believe any action I do is the exact extension of what Terzanon wills, regardless of whether or not that would be true.
Vane, what are you getting on your sandwich today? What is the will of Terzanon, turkey or chicken?
Blood.
But as for what he actually cares about, that can be difficult. It's mostly more about what rules and things would lead towards his desires. He seeks for all of fiends, aberrations, to fall under him and be put back in their place rather than here in the material world. He sees them as breaking the law, so to speak, and wishes to bring them under him, where he will deal with them in the most brutal fashion, along with whoever decides to stand between him and his followers.
What does he feel on vengeance?
How much
and
you paying?
wrath?
So long as it doesn't interfere with our work, he has no mind for indulging in the more mortal feelings. However, he does find liars and betrayers contemptible.
I see. As a Krishnan, as a 13th Empyrean, our hands, we use them to work for the glory of Krishna. The things that I do, the things that I make.
Aren't you 12th? And 13th are the one that killed...
Did I say I was 12th just then?
You said 13th.
Wasn't it 13th? that I
There
am?
isn't quite a 13th yet.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
There was going to.
yeah, there's 12 currently, and then, yeah.
Yeah, like...
You are the first of the 13th.
You started your
yeah,
own.
but it's like... But like, if I remember correctly, you're the one right before whatever the current one is, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, it's currently like 12th Empyrean is like where all the paladins come from. Lore-wise, the 12th Emperor is dead, and there is a child on the throne who would be the 13th Emperor, but he's not really in the business of forming his religion because his nation is falling apart at the moment.
Yeah.
And he's a child or young.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so when you edited, just to pretend I said 11th.
And your father was killed by a third.
No, but seriously though, the 12th is what I hate, right? Oh my god, guys, I'm forgetting my own character. It's been too long.
I thought it
I
was
think-
third Imperium.
I think first.
First Imperium.
First or 12th, either one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You have confused
Been too long.
me.
Yeah, because
I had these notes down yesterday, goddammit.
But
Look, give me about a month, I'll be able to tell you.
because wasn't it the artificers were the 11th, and then the ones
No.
that overthrew them?
It's like the 12 main classes. It's like first was clerics, 12th is like paladins, and then
Which were the Crusade ones?
12th.
12. Okay, yes. So 12.
Yeah, because like it was like there were all the branches that said, "Hey, we can have these different ways of worshiping," and then they all sort of coexisted. Then the 12th Emperor took the throne and said, "There's one way of worshiping Krishna, my way," and just started holy wars.
Yeah. Yeah, the 12th killed, but I thought the Artificers were the third Imperium then?
Artificers have not had their emperor yet.
So instead, I should just say, as a Krishnan, one of the great teachings of Krishna was to bar us from the indulgence of vengeance, from wrath. Justice was always fine. Bringing people to justice who deserved it. People like Saladin. I was more than happy to live my life in Krishna's light. Seems those of the 12th Empyrean sect had other ideas.
Yes, we've never had any issues over in Vexia with such things. We only started about 80-ish years ago. From then to now, it's only been us.
I see.
No one else was strong enough to survive. Willing to do what was necessary.
I see. And then I'll just be quiet for the rest of the time as we walk on.
So, yeah, you guys head down to the sewers. You see Sindri just sort of cooped over a small table surrounded by lamps. It's just like, and then we go down, and to the left. Yeah, that's about right. Back over here, and up over here. He just seems very intently focused on his work, not really noticing as you approach.
He has an immaculate detail captured.
Vane-
1/1000th of the
Vane will
sewers.
just come up and wait until he's in them, like, right when he's finished putting down a line. Sindri.
Eh? Oh, hey there. How can I help you?
We're needing a copy of that map if you have one completed already.
Oh, sure. Having to. He quickly walks over to a bucket full of scrolls and pulls one out. Yeah. This one ought to be good.
Thank you. And Vane and I guess Caleb will also start heading back.
Yeah. Best of luck out there. Make sure he stays away from me. And then he just goes back to. Yeah.
As Cinder goes back to
Yeah.
sitting in the sewers with no guards, the last place Saladin was sighted.
Yes, the map maker. He can attach my limbs.
The map maker, he won't give me away if I walk past him.
The map maker. He knows where things go. Maybe he knows that his arm goes.
Maybe he can draw the map to my heart. I thought that'd be cute.
But yeah, you guys head back up out of the sewers. See just still lots of people still in a bit of panic over the whole situation as they are either just staying in their homes, locking their doors, or you see like a few sort of ragtag militias just walking around armed with various bits and bobs of weaponry. And thankfully, none of that seems to have reached the bar yet as you sort of return and see Rallis and the other hunters in the area.
Would Big have come back or no?
Not yet.
Oh, so
Okay.
Cinder did give us both one map, right?
Huh?
He gave you one collective map.
Yeah, we got one.
Shit. Well,
I mean, you could probably make
make a
another one.
copy.
It- I don't think we'll be separating.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just like to know because I like to be prepared.
Fair.
I'm the type of guy that hoards all of his useful items until like the end of the fucking game, just in case I need it.
It's like me in Kingdom Hearts 1. Ooh, elixir and mega elixir! I'll only be using this during the Chernobog fight. And nothing else.
I'll be using this. Yeah, that's what the only time.
Because once you finish the Chernobog fight, who cares? And it's a pushover. The Chernobog's a pain in the ass. Anyway.
Well, you'll probably need them in the data fights. Those things are fucking hard.
Non-cage one. So, bar.
Yeah, you return to the bar. You see Rallis probably just sitting there awkwardly watching while Anika's just still just playing finger fillet with herself. Hey Caleb, how's it going? Ow!
You obtained one
Four.
furled finger.
Well, I guess you win, Noose. He just like scribbles on a sheet. I didn't bet. Well, you're a damn fool, aren't you?
Rouse is going to turn over. You got it?
Sure did. Pretty good
Okay.
map too.
Well, Rouse is going to pull out the journal and place it onto the table. I'm betting between two maps we'll probably be able to figure out where he went.
Yeah, you just see Noose sort of like grab the journal, flip through it a bit, seem just quickly close it, and just pull out a small vial of water and just like splash it over his head as he holds a hand out over both maps. So it sort of like closes his eyes and focus, and you see the water begin to glow slightly as it slowly trickles down the sides of his face, along his arms, and to his fingertips. Well, they both land at approximately the same area on the map. One on the sewer map, it sort of lands in the center of one of the squares, so like not in the tunnel area. The other one, it seems to point sort of up towards the northwest section of the city, in the old Bleakstone district.
Is Linda still around?
No, she went out to search.
Okay. Anyone of the other druids? Any of the other druids around?
Dwarves?
Dwarves.
Yeah.
I've been up since 5.
No worries.
Believe me, it's been a week.
Oh yeah. Not that you can see in the area now.
I'll just turn to Anika and say, go find Linda. Tell her Saladin's around here and to, cut him off.
You got it. She just like looks at the map to make sure she has this position right, then like rushes out of the bar.
Okay. Well, I think we need to start making our way over there.
Let's go.
Yep. We'll need to collect big.
Rouse will nod at that.
Unfortunately, he says.
You guys still have, you guys used up all your potions, didn't you?
We only used one potion last session.
Yeah, I kind of need to, like, stock up on those.
How much money do you have?
263 gold and 202 silver.
You could buy 5 potions with that gold.
And then I have 5.
Which is ridiculous to me.
And I have 455.
Yeah. Rouse has 35 gold.
Yeah, potion. It's healing in a bottle.
Yeah.
After his silvering, he has 35 gold.
I keep saving up to... I've got enough money I've had for 2 or 3 sessions to make the homunculus. I just haven't sat down to like, okay, we're doing this.
Into the mic, please.
I'm not repeating all that. Big has over 100 gold.
Also, I do still have the Amulet of the Drunkard, so I do also heal off that too.
Just get a drink to go.
And a flask.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a couple potions on our way to the medical tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do potions cost, by the way?
It's 50 gold a potion.
50 gold a potion. Okay, I'll go ahead and just take that off. Let's just assume.
But that's the standard 2d4 plus 4, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Isn't it 2d4 plus 2?
I think it's plus 4. I could be wrong about
Good
that.
thing we have a computer.
But,
We've been doing plus 4.
yeah, that's one we've been getting every time. So
Talking in character now. Are we still hell-bent on bringing him alive?
no, he needs to be stopped. And if he can mess with your mind, we need to make sure he can't do that anymore.
Fair enough.
He has too high a body count to be left around.
Good.
Yeah, as you guys start to make your way out, Noose sort of like awkwardly raises a hand and scrolls down to get some help.
If you want to help, yeah.
That gives a thumbs up, and then just like sort of like hands the journal back to you.
Yeah, Rouse will take that.
Please keep that far away from me. I feel dirty.
Yeah, Rouse is going to pocket that. By the way, Rouse still doesn't have his cloak. That's gone. It got destroyed.
Ah, true.
He has more. It's just he hasn't gone back home to get one.
I mean, but at this point, cat's out of the bag. We all know you're a middleman.
I mean, Big probably doesn't, but I don't think it really matters.
I mean, you were just walking with him.
Cool, I'm full metal. I mean, he's taken the cloak off before. You guys have all seen him fighting without it.
Oh, like he probably thinks you're just wearing like big ass plate armor or some shit.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Just full knight armor,
Got you.
but no, it's not that big a deal.
So, yeah, you guys go to collect big. You just see the small little area. So various things going on there. Just stumbles, tending to patients and whatnot. Big, what would you be doing at this point?
Again, Big would have just been talking and hanging out with Quad and Liza.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, Liza. Thanks for asking again.
For the 400th time in an hour.
I'm not quite as good as I was when you started asking me that, Liza.
You're just like catching up, kinda.
Yeah, you guys walk in to see good old Quat the Torval just like, he said, we never did find his pants, did we? Oh, your friends are here.
Oh, hello. Nice.
We found him. Stumbles, we need some potions.
Yes. Yeah, you see Stumbles just like limp to the back room and come back with a few potions. Here you are. Like, has one for each of you. put them to good use, I suppose.
Oh, so I just now got a third one for free?
Yeah.
Sweet.
If
I know
it's
it's
any,
I know it's for a good cause, so just make sure you get them this time.
so yes, those are the very talkative friends I have made now.
Ah, they are indeed quite talkative. Well, I'm glad you're happy with them. He like gives a very awkward, yes, very awkward turtle hand sign. Well, stay safe, lad. Only just met you again. Don't want you getting lost anywhere.
Mm.
Goodbye. Well, that's new. You have any other words you've been saving? Goodbye. Oh, fuck you.
God damn it!
Before we head out, Vane's gonna walk over to.
It turns out she's not actually cursed. She's just doing this to piss him
Just
off.
been fucking with them. It's a long con.
What was her name?
Liza.
Liza. Vane's gonna go over to Liza and he's just gonna sort of stick his hand out and see if he can feel whatever is affecting her, if he can tell.
And he's going to cast Remove Curse.
Roll me a arcane check.
Please, Vane doesn't remove curses. He places them.
I place hexes.
Natural 1. Ah, you have casted Banish.
Well,
With
that's
11?
a nat 20.
Natural
Let's see,
20.
you
you
somehow
say.
reversed the summon. You've sent her to the 7th ring.
Damn it, I only work on the 6th.
Oh yeah, you sort of observe Liza for a bit and just sort of like sort of place your hands on the sides of her head and like look into her eyes. She like blinks in confusion. Hello, nice to meet you. And as you look into her eyes, you kind of see a slowly spiraling, almost staircase-like pattern forming in the whites of her eyes. It sort of draws you in, and as you do, you see you blink, and in the next instant you're in a very strange-looking place. Looking from side to side, you see what seems like an endless hallway of bookshelves reaching up towards the sky, and then off the edge of a small balcony to your side, down below into a near infinite abyss. A lot of the books have no writing upon the covers, so you get a sense that they have some sort of huge intellect to them, some sort of great content to them. You look back to the left and you see Liza there again, just get out while you still can. And then in the next instant you feel your presence back in the tent as Liza's just there, smiling as ever. Hello, nice to meet you.
Vane will just sort of cock his head to the side. Well, that's a new one.
Ah, yes. And I will say you have heard of something similar to this in... just a second, let me check my notes so I'm giving you the right information real quick.
I wonder if it's like one of those, only the words you've said the most. What would Vane's be if he was stuck saying one phrase over and over? What has he said the most in his life?
Hi, would you like to join the cult of Terzanon?
I was
Sign
thinking
here.
like, die fucker, or fuck off.
It'd probably just be like just a very annoyed grunt, if that counts as a word.
I mean, yeah, that could be.
Mine would probably just be calling for Fibblefib. Or excuse me, Fibblefib. There is technically a difference. That way, wizards can't, bring the fucking banhammer on us.
Nice.
Yes, you've heard of this vaguely, of these various ancient beings that embody some type of fear that mortals have. The fear of death, the fear of losing, the fear of starving, things like that. The Fogged Library, you see, is known to be the homeland of the being that embodies the fear of truth. And while not a lot of the not a lot of is known about the inside of the library, only that whatever lives there does not like to share its information.
Vane will just sort of straighten his back, and with his mind, he's just going to sort of reach out to Terzanon for that faint feeling of power he had gotten that one last moment he had been able to talk to him before.
Would you like to make a collect call?
Yes. And you hear a slow rumbling, fire-like voice in the back of your head.
My lord, I have a question. Would you happen to, either you or one of your other underlings, be able to deal with one of these beings of fear? I have one here dealing with I'll just sort of look over to Big. Friend's associate.
Big is a friend. Huzzah.
You hear just sort of like a slow breathing from Terzanon as he blinks his eyes slowly. Have you encountered the influence of the El Arisen?
Would I know if that's what these are?
Yes, you know that the sort of beings that embody fear are known collectively as the El Arisen.
Yes, it seems to be one of the All Risen, the fear of truth.
Yeah, you hear him just remain in silence for a bit, then continue on. I know that you are not a praying sort, and I'm not the sort to answer prayers, which is unfortunate for your friend's associates. Those caught by the domain of truth rarely find their way out. If there's any part of her left, you should be grateful for that.
Yeah, she seems to be mostly intact. She's unable to speak more than a few words, but other than that, she seems cognitively there.
Intriguing. Well, monitor the situation, and if you can, try to capture the source of whatever got to her. It would be good to add to the collection, as it were.
As you say. And I'll just sort of pull back from the connection.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the time where you make that connection and you just get to new link. Who this?
Yeah, I think Terzanon changed his number.
No, just accidentally hit the wrong button. Hey, yo, this Vendalore, who this?
Also, I realized I had some loot that we had grabbed at a previous point. Does anyone want a mace?
No, I already have one.
Not really.
Cool. As it turns out, there was 80 gold in that, so fuck you on taking that. You guys got money. Morales is now back over 100.
Yeah, as you pull back,
Turns
you
out
just
that
kinda-
mace was all silver.
Excuse me, that's my mace?
Yeah, as you pull back, you get to see Liza kind of like tilting her head curiously. Hello, nice to meet you.
Yes, this will take some effort. I'll just sort of look over at Big. She's been taken over by a thing called an All Risen. A being of fear, specifically. This one being a fear of truth.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, nice to meet you.
I was sensing something like similar vibe to what you had, similar feeling. I was wondering if you might know anything about it.
I don't know an especial lot about them, and my lord, currently at the moment, would rather not directly deal with it, and there's no one available who could, but we would be interested in perhaps finding the source of this.
Well, I'd like to, definitely keep others from having the same thing happen to them, but do you think that would help her situation at all?
It's possible. We have people back in Vexia who could look into it or whatever to find the source, or even some devils in some of the lower planes might be strong enough to take a more direct approach.
Yeah, Quat said that it was Hourlass who had the book. Or Cal.
Cal.
Yeah, so finding them should find that anyway, so that's no extra trouble.
Alright, and What do they look like?
So Cal is a moon elf like Saladin. Very different personality. And Mira, that's Cal's mother, and then we have Arles, he's a mithril dwarf. That's the same kind that Linda is, correct?
Yep.
Very well. Well, if we find this cow, then I'll take that book off of him.
Well, now we need to find them even more. Alright, well, with that, the potion's distributed, and I'm going to say that while we were there, Big made one of the elixirs. Just
yeah.
the D6, and then that's it for me.
Sounds good.
I think unless anyone else wants to do something, we should probably go down into the sewers.
Oh, would Caleb have wanted to pull Rallis aside, or? No, you were wanting to talk to him.
Oh no, I was wanting to talk to... Did I say Rallis? I thought I meant Vane.
No, he said Vane.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I already talked to him, actually.
Gotcha.
Yeah, why the sewers?
Wherever.
No,
Saladin's
he's
going.
topside.
Yeah,
in the
he's
northwest.
Topside? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They said near Bleakstone Castle.
near Old Bleakstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get moving.
So yeah, as your group starts to head towards Old Bleakstone, are you conversing, talking battle plans, or what are you doing while you're traveling?
You know what? Vane,
Yes?
what makes you want to help that girl?
Less that I necessarily wish to help her, more I wished to ensure, at first with checking whether or not it was some sort of demonic curse. We've dealt with many of those back in my home. And whatever the source of this is, being out and around, well, that would be best in our hands, don't you think?
Fair enough. Say if someone had wanted to be a bit helpful, a hero even, with Tarzan on. You think he would abhor such a thing?
Well, back in Vexia, we don't have much use for heroes.
We feed them to the sheep.
The only people who are considered heroes there are Tarzanon's sons.
I see.
So yeah, you start to head towards Old Bleakstone, and as you do, you start to, well, probably Alice more than anyone, probably start to remember the story of this place. How when the plague had first broken out, that a army came in to try and contain it by burning down a section of town, which obviously didn't work, though all the soot and ash and broken glass formed the deserty area of town known as a scorch. As you approach Old Bleakstone, you see these very tall, ragged-looking buildings made of charred planks, with any road in or out of the district blocked off with overturned wagons or barrels or small palisades of sharpened stakes. You do see a few small ladders sort of furled down alongside the buildings, and a few walkways hastily strapped together going from peak to peak on the more sturdy, not falling over parts of the buildings, along with a myriad of signs alongside all the barriers. Do not harm our patients. Yeah, there's all the barricades and stuff, and then some signs alongside the barricades that say, "Do not harm our patients."
I'm not familiar with this place. What's that about?
We're just now coming up on Castle Bleakstone, right?
Old
different
Bleakstone.
Old Bleakstone,
Old
different
Bleakstone.
parts of town. Yeah, if you'd like to make a history check for this part, then you're welcome to.
Vane don't know shit.
Yeah, I was about to say, Big
Yeah.
wouldn't know this, but he hasn't been in town long enough.
Well, I suppose in that case,
Morales
my
could
turn.
probably make it, but Caleb grew up here.
Not true.
So advantage.
I'll roll history as well.
In case Caleb slept
No.
through that in school.
Now, Rouse hasn't heard anything from this.
That'd be a 15.
15. Remember a tale of a part of the Quiet Guild that that partway into the plague stopped hunting and started to try and quarantine and contain the beasts instead, in case there was a cure or some way to reverse what had happened to them. They began to be known as the Doctor's Brigade, and generally they just try to corral any of the infected they can into the city and just make sure they're safe and not hurting anyone else.
A form of quarantine.
A form of quarantine, yeah.
Can I assume you relay all that?
No,
Yes.
tell me exactly how does Caleb tell us this?
Yeah, please, Caleb.
I hate both of you.
We hate you too, buddy.
You got this. Caleb, in character, let's go.
Caleb, in character, shoots big.
Again, damn it! Quit shooting the party.
He's done it before. It's in character.
This time I meant it.
Morales does not stop
Whoa,
him
a
and
character
instead
arc.
gives him the aid ability.
Oh God.
Rouse is going to turn to you. So there's probably going to be a bunch of infected in here.
Most assuredly.
Before we head in, and Vane will pull out the same book he had before, and flipping to the last page with Caleb's name on it, I'd like for both of you all to sign this.
What's that for?
It's a insurance policy. Should one of you all get brought down beyond your limits, this will keep you from falling unconscious a single time.
Rouse will mull that over for a second, and then just sign it.
Big would sign it. He trusts Rallis. He trusts.
Man, we're getting
trusts
everything
Vane.
mixed up today.
He trusts Rallis, the one that wants him dead.
It's been a month.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and sign it. He trusts Vane.
But yeah,
Vane, the demon hunter.
Jesus tits.
Did you hear me?
Just a tad.
but yeah, then Vane will.
I could hear your voice getting picked up through the headphones.
Calm yourself.
But yeah, Vane will then just sort of take and close the book and start putting it away.
Hope nobody's going to sleep to this.
And I need neither
I'm
one.
cutting it out.
And I need neither one of you to tell anyone this book exists.
Certainly.
Oh, yes, that doesn't
Alice
sound
just kind
all...
of shrugs. Okay.
I've mostly been pretending you haven't existed.
He very clearly doesn't get why that's important. But he doesn't seem to care either.
Big would assume that would be part of the spell.
You guys ready?
Let's do this.
He's gonna turn to Noose. You can only let 3 people sign that, right?
Yes. That is my proficiency modifier.
Oh. Mike, let me see.
Good
how
news,
long
Noose.
this
You're
was.
expendable. Yeah, Noose is just standing there and like just shrugging it, just like holding his hands out, like I want to live forever. No, not really. For you people keeping track of the lore at home. Noose was looking at birds that whole time.
Yeah, Vane would have specifically pulled them aside.
So, I guess we start heading into the desert,
Well,
or
yeah,
the burned out, ash-filled part of the city, whichever part it is.
Yeah, you're like at the district right now with all the different like gateways through the town blocked off with all the pathways along the rooftops and stuff, and there's a ladder sort of leading up to them.
Okay. Is it within reach of everyone?
Yes.
Cool. I feel like Rouse is probably Rouse or Big is probably the heaviest.
Yes.
Probably Rallis.
So Rouse is just going to use his echo abilities to just go up and just swap. That way, you know.
You don't break the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't have rope, so if it does break, I guess Big is screwed.
Big is used to this feeling.
But Rouse will go up first and, through his echo, kind of look around, make sure it's safe before swapping.
Yeah, as you look around, you see the similar signs just sort of like on the ruins, just like don't harm the beasts, don't harm our patients, hey, you are not wanted here, things like that. And while the rooftops seem clear, you see below you in like the streets and alleyways, just crawling along the cobblestones, a myriad of different beasts, just in all stages of infection, well, mainly late stages, just crawling on all fours, or a few with still vaguely humanoid faces just like gurgling in corners and clutching the sides of their face in agony.
At the side of that, Rouse was just, holy shit.
Vane will just keep walking along, just not paying any mind.
As you like get to the roof and everything, or are you like trying to cross through the
Yeah,
barrier?
just crawling, going up the ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rouse would have signaled to everyone to head up.
Yeah.
So, would these be some of the oldest infected?
Yeah, you could safely assume that. Yeah, a lot of them. You actually see a few of them that have apparently just been sitting down, like holding their heads and just breathing heavily. You see one that actually has moss growing on its fur. Yeah.
Wonder if it's mutated since. I don't know if we've had a sample from one that is this old.
Might be good to collect some blood here, too.
Let's
Given the
keep on
opportunity.
task, everyone. We have more important things to do than
Saladin needs
Cut
to
up
be
We have more
found
important
now.
things to do than curing the plague. But yes,
Guess,
quite right.
I guess Rouse will probably take points because as long as he keeps his echo up and near a roof, if something breaks, he can just swap before falling.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else wants to be the trap fodder.
no.
Nope.
Yeah, you guys head along a little bit for about 5 minutes, just like keeping an eye on the various infected below you, and so slowly but surely you get to a fairly wide, cleared out section of rooftop that seems to have a lot of damage around it, lots of splintered boards around the walls and things like that, or lots of old bloodstains. As you step out onto it, you hear a voice sort of booming out over the area. Members of the Quiet Guild, you are not wanted here. These are our patients, and this is our home. Be gone. This voice is just booming out toward you as you see what looks like a small clock tower way off in the distance. It seems to be originating from there, about good like 500 feet away or so.
Is
Or,
that rough,
like a good long while ago, so almost not quite on the horizon, but it's small, sort of smaller in the distance.
is that roughly where Saladin would be?
Uh,
That would be unlikely to be Saladin.
yeah.
I mean, if he's around that area.
Based on the map we have.
Yeah.
Based on the map here you have, no, it'd be a good bit beyond that.
I mean, we have to go through it, so
I mean, yeah, Vane's,
Rouse isn't going to stop.
Vane's also just gonna pretty much ignore it.
This is your final warning. If you continue to trespass against us, force will be used to remove or destroy you.
Do you think we should try to convey that we mean no harm?
I kind of want to.
Vane will just hold up his hand and create a prestidigitation, like a symbol of just like
White flag.
of just like a flag with a like I don't know. Would there be like a sort of universal peace symbol for Albaic?
Krishna's son.
Yeah, you do know that there's like the universal like hand over a hand within a sun. That's generally means like good intentions.
Yeah, Vane will just sort of create a white flag with that symbol on it.
Ignore the horns on each side of the sun.
If you want peace, be gone.
And then I'll just sort of change the flag to have words on it instead that just says, "Other intruder seeks to harm patients."
Roll me. Wait, hang on. What would you roll for that?
Probably persuasion.
How big can you make it? How far away are they?
I mean, on one hand, I'd say persuasion, but it's hard to be like use your actual force with like written words.
Straight charisma, then?
I'd say straight charisma for this one.
Okay. Either way, it's still really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guess we're fighting.
What'd you roll, friend?
That would be a nat 1.
You accidentally wrote, "We seek to eat your patients."
No,
Well, on the bright side, they also rolled a natural one,
No.
and we win.
no, I wrote other intruders seeking to harm patients. That's all of you. All of you are other intruders that seek to harm patients.
Suddenly, Vane himself is teleported safely outside of town. We're disintegrated.
Your bones are picked clean by the...
Your lies will get you nowhere. The patients have suffered enough. Until a cure can be found, I will stop you. And as you begin to hear a faint pinging sound that gets louder and louder as it approaches, and you see a flurry of orange bolts sort of soaring through the air towards you and striking the wall behind you. Caleb, I'll say you recognize this as the fire of a Gatling gun.
I guess immediately I'm going to say, look for cover. That's a lot of fucking bullets.
Vane will just be like, "What the fuck kind of
And
sorcery?"
I need you all to make me a dex save.
Well, Morales is going to get shot here. 21.
Oh my actual fucking god.
I rolled a 19.
I rolled a 14.
I rolled a natural
I
one.
dropped my dice.
Of all the fucking people.
Just yell.
Wait. Whoa.
Let me see what I add. to my
Advantage on
dice.
dexterities, yes. Thank God.
Not a
That's an
natural
8.
one.
Yeah, this
That is a dexterity. That's an 11.
I mean, it's better than a nat 1.
Thank God.
So we have an 11. What'd you get?
14.
14. And big.
8.
Let me roll for our good friend Noose real quick.
Let me roll for fucked.
Well, unfortunately, Noose did not sign your book.
Well, luckily, one
What
of us
happens if
saved.
it all activates simultaneously?
It only works once per day, period.
Okay, at the exact same time, though. How does it pick priority?
I want to point
whoever I
out,
like
the one
most.
person who should not have saved that saved.
Well, you're made of metal.
Yeah, and I rolled the highest.
Exactly, it just dings off you.
That's like lore-wise, it dinged off
Somehow,
you.
I'm the one that rolled the lowest the first time. Thank God I only just remembered I had advantage.
So, Rallis, your wartime instincts sort of kick in as you say, "Oh no," and just duck behind like a nice.
Duck behind a pig.
Yeah, you duck behind a nice like brick-like part of the wall, nice and thick that the bullets can't quite reach through. Everyone else is a little bit slow on the uptick. Vane, you're just kind of looking, trying to identify what kind of magic this is. And as the arc sort of reaches you, a good few bullets riddle through your extremities, as everyone who did not make the save, including Noose, takes 27 piercing damage.
Shit.
And I didn't make that save, did I?
No, I'm sorry.
Good
If you-
thing I have
What
more
was
health
the
now.
save?
20.
I made it by 1.
Yep.
Yep, back down to 33 health.
Down to 34.
30.
Is there how good is my cover?
Pretty good. Like, as long as you don't poke your head out at all, you will not be shot.
Awesome. I don't need to care about that. Then Echo. Consciousness in it. How far off is that tower?
About 800 feet.
That is within range.
Would they hear us if we tried to talk or yell?
Probably not.
So, my Echo can be moved in any direction, including up, and it does not fall. Which means I can duck under the roof with my consciousness and stick low enough that they can't shoot me and high enough that I can't be attacked.
Nice.
And once I'm at the tower, I can go up, scout out everything, and if it's just the one guy, I could probably swap and just take him out. Sound like a plan?
Yeah. And would you like Vane to keep him distracted?
That would be awesome.
How big is the tree my staff grows?
About 60 feet tall, I'd say. With the canopy going about 20 feet in every direction.
I'm not trying to hit him with it. I'm just
We're also on
very
our roof,
noticeable.
so it might break. But
Yes, you are also on a fragile burnt wood roof.
Vane will just sort of use his prestidigitation to make the same peace flag again, but then it slowly like blood starts dripping over it and changing the symbol to like a symbol that means like instant death.
That's how they know we're friendly.
Oh, you seek to intimidate me, eh? I'll show you intimidation. And this time you all have advantage on the dex save, because you know what's coming.
Am I still in cover?
Yes, you are still in cover.
So I don't have to make it, as long as I don't leave my cover?
Yes.
Okay.
If
Cool.
I already have advantage on dex saves, or on dex rolls, do I get double advantage?
No.
I'm kidding.
Aye.
Can I see below, off to the side, can I see below, their firing line? Because I can just place my Echo within 15 feet. So, I don't need to place it up on top of us. That one's
22.
water.
22?
Mine was 21.
21?
Oh, I forgot to roll.
With advantage.
Okay, so that's a 21. I rolled 19.
Yeah, and you all managed to make the save and duck into cover safely. Let me check for Noose real quick. Oh. Let me roll damage for Noose real quick.
He had advantage. He knew it was coming.
Oh, true. He did. Oh, it's still not great. At least it's not a natural one, but...
Does anyone have fog cloud?
No.
Nope.
Not yet.
Do I look like I use a fucking fog cloud?
I'm the utility spellcaster, and I don't have anything for this.
And, as Noose is still, recovering from the bullets the first round around, you see him, duck behind cover again, but you see, the bullets just perforate one of his legs as he, drags himself to cover. You're all now safe, but Noose is looking real rough. Meanwhile, back with Fralis, you're just going to try and pop your Echo within 15 feet of the guy?
I mean, I had to put it down within 15 feet of me. And then I have to travel. So if I can put it down low enough to where he can't immediately start shooting at it, that's what I need to do.
Low enough that it couldn't immediately start shooting at you would be about at street level, and they're already infected down there.
Okay. I mean, I can make as many echoes as I can, so eventually I can get through. So.
I can turn invisible. I'm gonna do that.
Good call.
I mean, can I just roll stealth for my echo?
Yeah, roll stealth for me.
What is the...
Oh, that's a 5. Assuming it uses my dex stat.
Yes, and unfortunately, one of the beasts would see your echo at this point and try to launch an attack.
That's
I'm
fine.
gonna try to get over to the clock tower as well.
And unfortunately, I think it would land a hit with 18.
Yep, that's above it, so I'll just have to send out another echo. Again, I'm just going to send it out as many times as possible. Luckily, they don't provoke opportunity attacks, so...
Fair. And you were going to try and head there too? Yeah, roll me stealth. With advantage because invisible.
-19.
19? Oh, yeah, he doesn't see you. So yeah, you met as he's like still laying down, covering fire on everyone else and trying to sort of pin them down. You sort of sneak around the edges and start to make your way along the various planks on the rooftops.
Mhm.
And if you would like to make a stealth check again.
Let me ask something. Are all the burned out buildings, are they all boarded up, every single one of them, or no?
Not all of them. Most of them are boarded up with especially loud roars inside of them, but there are a few that are still open.
Cool. Can I, how tall are the buildings is probably my best question from there.
Taller than in other parts of the city. Like most of the buildings are like around like 20 or 30 feet.
So about 2 stories, mainly.
Yeah, about
so
2 stories.
These are probably 3 to 4.
Yeah, these are like 4 to 5 stories tall.
Okay, that's.
Well, the tallest ones are. There are a lot of them just like fallen over and made like arches up and down. It varies from place to place.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try again. That's the exact same fucking roll.
What was that roll again?
5.
I'm sorry. One of them saw you again and will try and launch an attack.
So I assume Vane and Caleb are just playing
Oh,
cards.
that one would probably miss with like a 14.
Miss.
Yeah.
You're playing 3-card ante.
I mean,
Yeah, they're
Just
like
if you peek out from
as
behind the wall,
long as
you
I'm
get shot at. So like,
gone.
got any threes?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's worried
Yeah,
about.
as you brush past one that has like a very deep scorch marks going along its scalp and down its back, it just and tries to lunge at you, but the echo sort of like nimbly dodges out of the way.
All I need to do is be outside of, like his vision. Just at the end of my 30 feet each time. I can be above their striking range as long as I'm like around a corner.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the goal once I'm out.
Also, it hasn't
So-
actually gotten to my turn yet, to answer your question.
Oh, I guess I just.
Oh, yeah. And Johnny, did you have anything you wanted to try and do?
So, you said that the range from here to that tower is 800 feet?
Yes.
You ain't shooting shit.
Yep.
Not with a pistol.
Not with a fucking pistol, no.
Got any dice? Knuckle bones?
Actually, so on the roof we're on, are there like, does it like lead around to like multiple buildings that lead?
Yeah, it's sort of like an arch on paths either side, and then one going straight towards the clock tower.
If I were to create a distraction looking the other way, would that help Big?
I mean, Big already has advantage because he's.
I know, but
invisible.
I'm like, would it like basically guarantee, like, since he's looking in a completely different direction?
You would have to roll a deception check to try and distract him away. But
Well, I mean, like a distraction, like a literal thing moving across the rooftops.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will summon my shadow spawn on the rooftop and have it very loudly and monstrously start running through
You were
across
summoning what?
my summon shadow spawn.
Ah.
Summons the shadow spirit.
Yeah, as the shadow spirit starts to rush along the rooftops, you hear like a, "Oh, you cheeky buggers!" And as you see the arch of the bullets just like start to turn and veer towards it. You aren't getting into my town.
Yeah. And it has a speed of 40 feet, and it's just going to start running just across the rooftops, just going.
And I'll need you to make a dex save for me real quick.
That is a 16.
Can't fucking believe I got
Or actually, let me make
the deck
sure.
saved
Yes.
first time.
What was that?
You are the trained soldier.
Yeah, just
Big didn't know what a gun was till.
And
He
yeah,
shot
as the Gatling gun
Oh, Caleb
arch
did.
reaches the Shadow Spirit, it takes 12 piercing damage.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you two would have advantage for sneaking now. That his gaze is somewhat averted.
Double advantage.
motherfucker. That's another 5. Look,
Can you roll a different die?
17.
Ah, they don't see you.
Gold just
And one more save, and I'll say you're able to like get onto the rooftops, sort of, within the arch that he's able to shoot from. So you'd be safe there.
yeah. So I'll be outside of his range.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I'll have my Shadow Spirit just keep running, and then I'll have it unleash its dreadful scream to start agitating and...
You're right, I looked a bit irritated there.
Ah, yeah.
Allergies.
Huh? Oh
Allergy.
no, just I think I got onion juice in my eye earlier.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, it happens.
Well, if it didn't make you cry before, it did then.
He rolled a 1 on his con save.
But yeah, I'll have my Shadow Spirit like running across the rooftops and have it attack by unleashing its dreadful scream on all the infected below it. Just like it's like a wisdom save thing to frighten them.
They're probably, yeah.
It's
They're
mostly just to
beasts.
keep the guy to be like, oh, this thing's attacking the patients type thing.
Ah. Well, let me roll their saves real quick then for all the infected.
Good choices are being made tonight.
Look, as long as they don't make their way onto the roof, we're fine.
Yeah.
And the DC is 16.
Also, is there like a fence around the city? How are they keeping the infected in place?
They
I
were,
assume it's a big ass wall.
wasn't it like all the gates were like boarded up or whatever?
Yeah, like all the streets around like the perimeter of the district are like just have a bunch of wagons and debris
Gotcha.
piled around them, palisades. But yeah, with you can't quite see it from where you are, but you hear like a loud cacophony of noise as the beasts are irritated. And you hear it, and from the tower you hear, "No, leave the people alone!" And you see a much more focused fire. What's the AC on that thing?
It is, hold on, I think it's 15. Let me check to make sure. Yes, 15.
Not bad.
It's better than Biggs.
It's just natural armor.
We're taking this fucking gun.
Damn right we are.
We're taking it with us. And you can't have it till after Saladin's dead.
Surprise, he is the gun.
Just
Why you do this? I could use it to just fucking cat him down.
no, yeah.
Saladin, hello there! Saladin has been killed.
And
Saladin,
the
roll
Shadow
me a
Spirit
dex
would take
save.
28 piercing damage.
And then over the horizon you see Saladin. And, okay, and what's his AC again?
Alright, so yep, that'll be it for me if anyone else wants to continue their advance.
Now that dude is thoroughly distracted, I just
So I take fire. The bullet doesn't reach, but it makes me feel better to waste the bullets.
I've got a super jump and long strider, so I'm assuming I can only do one at a time.
If there are spells, you can only cast one at a turn.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they're both concentration.
Though I doubt they'd miss you lunging, like Supermaning at them.
Yeah.
Can I do it stealthily?
Can I stealthily Hulk jump?
Look, if you jump up high enough, he can't shoot you.
It'll take a while to reach the end of that arc.
What's the last thing that went through Caleb's mind? The rock he landed on. Head first.
But,
Yeah, I
Good luck. Vane will just sort of thumbs up to you.
I guess I'll just start making my way across the rooftops. Sure, why not? I've got long strider, so I'll use that and then increase my speed by 10.
Alright, roll me a stealth check with advantage.
And then, do you want me to roll for Vane to start moving as well?
If you'd like to.
Yes.
If Vane is indeed moving.
And what about Noose? He can't walk right now. Or
Yeah,
at least
Noose
is
is-
injured.
Noose is going to have to be the one that protects Rallis's body.
Yeah, Noose is just like
Since everyone is
leaning
leaving.
against the wall, like shakily holding a crossbow as he's bleeding out.
Guys, wait here. I'm going to go deal with the guy with the gun. Rallis leaves. Everyone else leaves immediately after.
You remember that Rallis asked you to stay.
Noose just holds up the sketch pad. Well, fuck me, I guess.
Well, actually, I think Vane will stay. Vane will just sort of sneak over to where, while the guy's distracted, and sort of get Nukes back under the heavier cover.
Ah.
We'll also remember that Noose didn't get a health potion.
We'll deal with that. Also, I rolled a 23.
Ah.
And before we hear, oh no, you don't.
As he has to turn the thing entirely 180 degrees.
He rolled a 30 on acrobatics.
But then he has the Shadow Spirit running around behind him.
And yeah, as he's just has his fire concentrated to the left side, he managed to continue to advance.
Well, I managed to move 45 feet. Hooray! And I guess that will be where I am.
You
I'd
have
say,
cunning action. You could dash
Yeah, since you're not doing anything
because
else.
you're above level 2 rogue.
Really, I'm not really counting it as like actual movement. I'm just counting it as like stages you were able to get forward by dashing from the cover to cover. So
Yeah.
probably like a third of the way there in the time.
So am I close enough to then just take a pot shot at this guy?
Would you rather...
Can you shoot
him
from 600 feet away?
I have zero idea actually. I don't know
No.
what the range on this.
120 or something?
No. That's
It would be under at 200.
Look,
anyway.
all we need is an invincible octopus and a shield, and a lot of theater seats.
So, would you two like to make your stealth checks again?
Yeah. That's better than a 3. 14.
Non-nat 20. I only have a +2, but I rolled an 18.
And yeah, you both make it. Big, you're well on your way to the clock tower, and Rallis, you are sort of managed to make it to the rooftop within his range, and yeah, you're fairly close to where you can kind of still hear the bullets clanging out of the chamber.
But he can't really shoot down on me anymore.
He can't see you now.
Cool. So Rallis is going to be outside of the range of the infected. Just keep moving towards
the
the clock tower.
infected could still see us, couldn't they?
Yeah, but they're down below.
Yeah, they're going to pull out spears and throw them at us. The only way to stop them is by cutting off their limbs.
Yeah. While they're doing that, can I roll medicine to patch up Noose's wounds just a little bit?
Sure.
12.
Yeah, you're still just a little bit baffled. You've seen Caleb shoot, but you haven't quite seen bullet wounds quite like this. You just sort of tighten up his clothes a bit in an effort to stop the bleeding as he's
Blood's supposed to stay in the body.
Yeah.
you basically just poke down on the shirt in places just to plug up the bullet wounds a little bit.
Yeah. Just staunch the bleeding slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, good luck, guys. Keep going.
You get the sense that Vane isn't used to being the one behind to assist the wounded.
So, Rallis, I need you to make me one more stealth check since you're the closest.
That's cocked. Getting an advantage.
I swear to God, if you rolled another 5.
How tall is the tower?
7.
One of the taller
Close
buildings.
enough.
It's about 7 stories tall. What was it again?
7.
Yeah, so your echo starts to make its way up the stairs.
I wouldn't have gone inside. I can travel the outside of it.
Okay, it starts to travel along the outside of the building, and as it does, you hear a, "Oh no, you fucking don't!" And as you look up through your echo's eyes, you see you see get a good view of the shooter, a fellow with like a small, like tricorn hat. You notice that he seems to be a tabaxi of some sort, as he just leans over and points a pistol down at you.
Do I recognize him?
No.
Points pistol.
You cannot enter my home.
You know what? Fuck it. I swap with my Echo. And immediately,
While you're on the side of the building?
I mean, I assume I'm going up.
How?
My Echo can fucking go anywhere I point it. So
Yeah, but you're like on the side of the building. Is your plan just to swap it places and fall, or?
Is there...
Explain it to us.
What type of building is this?
It's like a clock tower.
Is there any place that I can actually hold on to?
There are like some little footholds and rests like around it, but yeah.
I mean, there you go. That's
So
the
as you're
idea.
clinging
How,
to the
how
building
far
with
away
all
is
four
my Echo
limbs,
from him?
you
How
decided
far
it'd
away
be
is my
better to
Echo
be there
from
in
him? Shut the
person.
fuck up. I need to know this.
About 45 feet.
Wait,
I
what?
don't know what my range is.
What's 45
Wasn't
feet?
it 30?
I
His
think it's
distance.
30 feet. I'm not going to swap. Yeah, I need to be within 30 feet of him.
If you come any closer, I will shoot.
Am I there?
He'll pull back from the tower a little bit. I'm not here for the infected. If I was, I would have never come this far.
I don't care. Get out of our town.
Listen, there's a motherfucker in here that's killing everyone. Do you want him to kill every single infected here?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Cocked. Ooh, what's my charisma? I don't know. I think it's +2, so that's not bad. +1, so how's an 18 do?
You see him falter for a bit, and alright, stop floating out there like a madman. Come over here, and we'll talk.
Fine. And he's just going to go up and just hang out on the ledge.
Yeah, you sort of get a good view of it, of like the setup he has in there. You see a lot of food like stacked up to one side. A lot of them. You get a good view of his like his dark fur sort of matted with ash, and one ear sort of has a bite taken out of it. Yeah, he has like the Gatling gun beside him, along with like this very big megaphone sort of set up beside it, what he was using to sort of shout at you before. And he's just like keeps the gun train on you. What's this about a killer?
It's a moon elf by the name of Saladin. Goes around killing a bunch of people, hanging women. We've been tracking him down for the last several days. We tracked him down to your town. All we want is him, then we leave. We have no interest in any of the infected. One of the people we're traveling with is trying to find a cure for them. There's a man in the sewers that this man has stolen from who's infected himself. We're trying to get back the medicine he stole from the man so that we can give it back to him. Because the last person he has left in his family is his granddaughter, who was forced to lose her parents due to this man.
Roll me another persuasion with advantage.
Good. That's going to be at least an 18. 18.
Alright. Go to your little friends scurrying around down there and tell them they can pass.
Okay.
But just to find the man and then get the hell out.
Okay.
And he just like puts the gun away. I'll be down to meet you. Not letting you two out of here, you and your friends out of my sights.
That's fine with us. You kind of looks around. Is there anything you can do to help patch up the man you shot twice?
Oh, I actually got one of you.
You hit most of us,
Ah.
but you hit one of us twice.
Like, sort of reaches down and, like, pulls out a, fairly large health potion. Here.
Mayako will take it. Well, hopefully that'll heal him up quite a bit. And Mayako's just going to start heading back.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of high up, so you know it's very visible.
Yeah. And as your group starts to head back, starts to advance upon the clock tower with the hail of bullets gone, you advance with trepidation in your hearts, as you know that as you begin to fear, prepare yourselves for the next conflict with Saladin, and that is where we shall end for tonight.